Yes, and delighted to be joined by Patrick Mullins and winning his third Guinness Galway Hurdle, 3 out of the last 4 runnings. And Patrick, you've joined an illustrious club, not since John O'Neill in 1983. He was the last rider to win 3 runnings of the Galway Hurdle. Many congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Incredible. I never thought, I said it before, but I never thought I'd get to ride in the race, let alone to win it. As an amateur and at my weight. And I think when Saldier won it off top weight 3 years ago or 4 years ago, it was the first horse in 20 years. So, look, I'm just very lucky. They've all been Grade 1 horses, Saldier, Aramon, Saldier, and their class is told.
And obviously, I was just saying afterwards, hindsight's a great thing, but he was a massive price for a dual Grade 1 winner. He had the measure of Esport Allen, a future champion hurdle winner, when he came crashing down at the last, was it the Fishery Lane Hurdle in Naas a couple of years ago?
He did, and then he won the Morgiana, but that's a couple of years ago, and he missed a bit of time with injury, and he came back. And he was very disappointing all last season, but I suppose he was running maybe on softer ground in real Grade 1 races, and he just seems to lose his confidence. And Virginie Basco, who rides him out every day, has done a great job, and Dawn Redmond, who looks after him, have done a great job of nursing him back. And Jody Townend got to win an amateur flat race in Listowel with him, and that just seems to light his fire again once he got his head in front. And I think probably getting back on nice ground again, the cheek pieces on helps. Everything just came together today, yeah.
And he had a good run in Lascott as well. He was a little bit unlucky not to finish a little bit closer, but he wasn't beaten all that far.
He wasn't, he ran well, and I think maybe it probably might have came a little close maybe after the amateur race in Killarney. I think we did that before with Peak Sewer, Wicklow Brave, and they ran maybe a little below par as well, so he might have been at his best at the either.
And what was the idea by putting the cheek pieces on him today? Just to make him travel the early part of the race over 2 miles round here?
Yeah, jump out, get a position. But Willie ran him over 3 miles in Punchtown. We just thought maybe 2 miles was going to be on the quick side for him, and just to give him that bit of extra spark. Yeah.
And talk us through the race from your perspective.
A messy start. We got away well, but not as well as I would have liked. But he's gone down wing the first. We've been following Hannon. The pace hasn't been hectic. I've seen Paul Townend come around my outside on Sail the Neige, and from going down the back straight, I'm thinking I don't want to be going down the hill behind Hannon. I'm not thinking he's going to be going forward, so I'm trying to get out to get on the pause hill, which I did. But then Cape Gentleman has moved forward, and he's kind of kept me in a bit of pocket. He was very good down the second last. I didn't see much of it. It was very tight there. And then I'm having to wait for Cape Gentleman to go forward to let me out down to the last. So he was very good. We came down to the last, and it was very long. It was very much.
Well, it was do or die for you. You just threw the kitchen sink at him.
Yeah, but he came from me early. He came out of my hands earlier in the race, and I just said that's fine, and went with him everywhere. He was in that zone, and he winged it, landed running, and things went right when we needed them to.
And Patrick, what were you expecting genuinely coming here this afternoon? Did you think you had a massive chance of winning your third Guinness Galway Hurdle?
I thought he had a squeak. I thought he'd be in the first 4. I didn't think there was any standout horse in the race, so it was competitive, but. I thought the weight, he was giving £10 and more to everything bar one, I think. So I thought that would probably catch him out because he wasn't as unexposed perhaps as Saldier and Aramon. But it was great to win.
And Patrick, you've achieved so much in your illustrious career. 18 Grade 1s, record-breaking champion amateur, numerous Grade 2s, 3s, listed races, everything else. Now to win 3 Guinness Galway Hurdles. How high does that... how high is that up in the rankings with you?
Sure, it's at the very top, because really a handicap, the best horse maybe doesn't always win. There's a lot of ridings with a handicap. You can win a Grade 1, but you're on a horse that's £10 better than everything. So the likes of Steer and Faugheen around or Duvan around was easy compared to riding in this. And anyone can do anything once, do it twice proves it wasn't a fluke, and 3 times says. I think it's something I'd be very proud of anyway.
And you joined an illustrious, an elite club. John O'Neill, 1983 was the last time it was the treble was completed by a jockey. Pat Taft, Joe Canty back in the 20s.
Yeah, legends. So just to be mentioned with them is incredibly special. And the Galway Hurdle has its own kind of magic. It is an iconic race, and to be associated like that with it is beyond anything I ever imagined.
Well, many congratulations. Finally, before we let you go, MC Muldoon, massive chance of a double in the novice hurdle.
He does. He steps up to 2.5. His pedigree, his damn size says he'll stay. Master Craftsman, maybe not. The hood has come off him. He was unlucky in Punchtown. I got caught in the pocket. We didn't get out. They bypassed 2 hurdles and the gaps didn't come. On his best form, I'd like to think he'd win, but Joseph's horse is running very well this week. Banbridge, he's the one I'd be wary of.
Yeah, well, Patrick, I think you'll settle for 1 anyway today, but best of luck with later on, MC Muldoon. Fair play to you, and something you should be very proud of. Well done.
Thanks very much, Kevin.
Sam, Patrick, well done.